Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sharmit podcast. Today, I'm honored to introduce another special guest, Chander Mani Pandey, a Microsoft MVP and IT infrastructure expert joining us from India. With 15 plus years of experience, Chander has mastered SCCM, Intune, and Azure to transform enterprise system management. Apart from this, as a recognized MVP, he solves complex IT infrastructure challenges, creates engaging content for through his YouTube channel. So today in this episode, we are going to talk about Chanda's journey and the evolving world of IT infrastructure. But before we proceed, I would like to thank Chandar for joining us today in this episode. And now I request you to please initiate the discussion by telling us something about yourself.
Thank you for inviting me on your show. It's nice to meet you. I would like to say you are doing a great job with this podcast because by sharing the expert knowledge and the experience which IT peoples is having, right? Uh, this is very great for the upcoming talent because they know what's happening in the IT space, and if they want to learn something from the IT experts or any particular thing they want to understand, these podcasts are very helpful. So thank you again for you very much for creating all these broadcasts for us and upcoming talents. And with this, I just want to update you that my name is Chander Mani Pandey, and I'm a Microsoft MVP. I have a 15 plus of experience, which you already highlighted that. I'm basically managing the modern device workspace where I'm managing the Windows and server platform for the enterprise world. I'm basically managing uh, all the workstations, Android, iOS, Mac OS, Linux, up to some extent, as well as the server using Microsoft technology, especially SCCM, Intune, and Azure. Talking about my career, I started my career as an IT specialist, working in the primarily in the Microsoft technology, starting my career to build the employees PC, configure the employee PC using SCCM and server. Slowly getting more and more knowledge, learning from the expert, learning from the colleagues and the senior, developing new skills, understanding how the market is going, where the market is going, and slowly I build some confidence, experience, and expertise in SCCM and Intune. And now currently I'm working as a professional in a in the IT industry where I'm delivering my services in Intune world.
Okay. So Chandar, like now everyone knows about your contribution to this industry and the kind of expertise you own. But we just wanted to know a bit more about your early days. Like, what were those initial few things that sparked your interest, particularly into this Microsoft technologies? Because we all know there are multiple other technologies as well. But what were those things that inspired you to start with Microsoft technologies?
Uh, to be honest, I started my career in Microsoft technology only.
Okay.
You can say it's by luck or by chance. I started my career in Microsoft industry. I started using SCCM, SCCM 2007. Then I worked on migration from SCCM 2007 to 2012, and then and worked on system configuration manager almost for 7 to 8 years, and then completely moved from SCCM to Intune World. And now, from last 7 to 8 years, I'm delivering uh, my experience in this technical space.
Okay. So, as you just mentioned, and as we all know that over your 15 plus years of industry, you are contributing a lot in different roles, not as a developer, but as a content creator as well. So, throughout your
Mm-hmm.
so far journey, what you think, like, what are the some of the major shift you have witnessed or seen in the IT infrastructure and system management?
So the major shift is like migration from on-premises to cloud is one of the major shift,
Okay.
and even that is like uh, after COVID, even before, even during the COVID, this migration is on peak, right? Everyone wants to immediately migrate their on-premises infrastructure to the cloud, and that is the time where actual organization realize, okay, we have to really migrate on the cloud because of XYZ challenges, the things which we can't predict that can also be
Correct.
possible, like COVID, right? And then nowadays, companies are more focused on the cloud migration. They know what is the challenges, what are the infrastructure challenges they have, their application compatibility, their infrastructure dependency. But still, on top of that, they are trying to overcome all those challenges and trying to migrate from their on-premises infrastructure to the cloud. They know what cloud uh, native approach or cloud native infrastructure can provide you, like they can use conditional access policy, they can use identity management. There are so many things which they can use using cloud native approach. And I think this is the one of the biggest thing I ever seen in an industry, where people's are employees, even the organization, talking about how we can migrate as soon as possible from on premises to the cloud world or the
Okay.
cloud native approach. Yeah. And the
Mhm.
second shift I'm seeing right now is because of this AI wave,
AI.
right?
Correct.
Everyone is talking about uh, this one AI implementation, automation, their LMI, their uh, and sorry, artificial intelligence, NLP, all these, and this is contributing a lot. And now companies are aware that if they are not adopting this migration, right, they will be they will miss a lot of things in the market.
Okay, as we just talked about the AI, so as a Microsoft MVP or as an expert, how you look at the AI? Is it a friend of developers, or it's a somewhere you are considering it as a enemy as well?
uh, uh, to be honest, there are two approaches to see this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing we have to understand, and we have to uh, kind of convince ourselves that AI is going to replace many of the things, right?
Correct.
In organization, they are going to replace some of the legacy work, some of the routine work that can be automated very easily using AI, right? But AI cannot replace some of the areas where still we need more development, like where you still need a decision, at least not for next 2 to 3 years. I'm not sure about the future, but there are some areas where AI or the automation can't be implemented. You can't manage, or you can't calculate the end user experience using AI. Difficult, very difficult, right? So definitely there are two angles to understand these
Correct.
things, but from my point of view, we have to start learning AI, and that's the future. And if we are not learning AI, we are not learning Copilot, we are not understanding how to use these tools and increase our productivity, organization productivity, we definitely lose something.
Okay. All right. So, Chandra, in this industry, you are known as someone who is well versed with the tools like SCCM, Intune, and Azure. So how
Hmm.
have these tools have helped you in your projects, maybe in your day-to-day work? So why do you why you are so much popular as a expert who is well versed with these tools? So is there any particular project where you have like where these tools have helped you in a and created a bigger impact
mm,
for your outcomes?
mm, mm, that's a great question. Not for not for me, but yeah, these tools are like a game changer in the IT industries. Like SCCM is a game changer for the IT industry, where we can build any device, a
Mm-hmm.
bare metal, within a fraction of 1 or 2 hours, right? Even without so much IT involvement, we can install application remotely. Any application, if no matter which device is your on premises or off premises, you can configure your device business ready within a few hours using autopilot. I mean, these tools are definitely a game changer for the organization, especially when we talk about the Intune, right, which is a cloud-based solution and which can improve the organization productivity from the day one. By implementing Copilot, they can eliminate the use of IT resources because they don't need to touch the devices.
Yes.
Vendor is going to shift the device directly to the user, and IT admin just need to deploy the policy, and it will like completely automated, and machine is business ready within a few hours using autopilot. We can install the application remotely. We can install the updates, Windows update remotely. We can configure the device the way organization wants to configure it. We can do whatever we want to do in the Windows or your Android iOS workspace using Intune. So these are very powerful tool for organization. Nowadays, companies are trying to migrate from on-premises to the cloud. That you asked you in the previous question, that cloud
Yes.
journey. So in that, basically, SCCM is a on-premises. Same, both tools is, I mean, more or less doing the same job, but SCCM is a bit of on-premises solution where you can install the operating system, you can install the application patches, configuration profile, everything. And
Hmm.
where others on the other side, Intune is a cloud-based solution which can definitely provide you the cloud advantage like conditional access policy, identity access management, and all these stuffs.
Okay. So, yes, that is true. Like nowadays, everyone is adopting these kind of tools in order to their in order to get the required results. But what do you
Mhm.
think? Like, what are some of the common challenges organizations are facing while transitioning to Intune or maybe any other cloud-based management? So, what are those common things that you have witnessed so far?
So when we talk about common changes or common challenges, right? So I
Hmm.
think it's basically a mindset
Okay.
that organization know that there is a lot of advantage when we are on the cloud side rather than on premises side. But
Mm-hmm.
because on the other end, we cannot deny that there are some challenges from the on premises side, like I have an environment where I have some application dependency. I can't directly go to the cloud. I have some uh, uh, some dependency related to my employees also. My employees is not well versed, not IT friendly, I would say, right? They are not
Okay.
aware of how to handle these devices, right? They only know how to start, how to end, how to
Okay.
use specific tasks, right? So that is something which uh, hesitating organization to migrate from on premises to cloud. And nowadays companies trying to overcome all these problems. They are trying to build some solutions. They are trying to see what can they do best to reduce this impact. And then in that case, I think Intune and SCCM, even Microsoft is also doing a good job in this, where they introduce a feature called management, where your machine is on cloud, sorry, your machine is on premises. You want to move to the cloud without shifting much of the things. You can enable a co-management, which is a feature in SCCM, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can use the cloud advantage using Intune, where your machine is the same machine is managed within two different tool sets. So that
Right.
kind of capabilities Microsoft is providing to the organization to manage. But still, yeah, we have to go uh, and see how we can overcome all these challenges and move from on purely on premises to the cloud native solution.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, another interesting thing I found about you is you are also passionate, like most of the developer, you are also passionate about the gadgets. So, any recent tech that really woved you or made your workflow significantly better, or maybe any particular gadget you are using
Mm,
frequently?
uh, right now, I'm not focusing on gadgets,
Okay.
but yeah, definitely I'm exploring more on the auto your co-pilots and
Okay.
your AI tools, right? Because I know if I want to be a successful in next 5 years, right? Industry is changing very rapidly, and if you are not
Right.
learning, if you are not improving your knowledge, if you are not learning every day, right, then it's very difficult to cope with all these things. So I'm learning all these things, understanding how AI is working, how we can integrate tools in our tool sets, and how we can improve the organization of our productivity. Even in this space, Intune is again doing a good job. We have a co-pilot for Intune, where we can manage, we can integrate the AI feature, co-pilot feature in Intune, and we can get the insights about the device, how the device is performing. If there is any issue, we can troubleshoot. This co-pilot for Intune is providing you the insights, how we can fix the common issues. All these things, Microsoft is doing a good job in this space. Yeah. So to answer your question, so exploring more on the AI part of
Yeah.
things, because nowadays, if you want to be a successful in IT, you have to start and you have to learn the AI and the co-pilot thing.
Completely agree. And one thing I also found that uh even though like it's not complete true, but yes, there are most of the people who are using the AI just for the entertainment purpose as of now. They are just experimenting it, although like it is also good because this is the
Good, yeah,
way
good, very good,
they,
yeah.
they can interact with it. But I think there are other day-to-day tasks also where they can utilize these kind of tools in order to make it not only the automation, but like they can just customize their output in order to get the desired thing. So that is the way to get
Yeah.
interacted with AI.
That even that is also good, right? At least if you are using some kind of AI tools, right? Nowadays, Chat GPT is very popular, right? People
Yes,
are
right.
using Chat GPT, and now if you know that Microsoft also integrated their Copilot in all their product, like you have a Word, you have a Copilot.
Correct.
Excel, you have a Copilot. You have a Teams, you have a Copilot. Even Outlook, Edge also is getting a Copilot. So
Correct.
Copilot for Windows, Copilot for Enterprise, Copilot for Intune. There are a lot of Copilot, and everywhere is Copilot, Copilot, and Copilot. So it's good that the peoples are now understanding the importance of this AI tools and the integration, the power they can bring when we have these tools in place in the production environment.
Okay. All right. So, Chandan, now we will talk about your another way of contributing to this industry, that is YouTube channel. Because I know,
Yeah.
like, behind this, you have done so much of analysis. You have created a good content, which is not only easy to digestible, but also easy to implement for the industry. So, what do you think? Like, what really inspired you to start with your YouTube journey, and how do you balance the technical depth in making those content that is engaging for your audience?
Okay. So I started YouTube channel just to give back whatever I got from my community, right? So when I
Yes.
started my career, I learned a lot from social media platform through various MVPs, blogs, and there are so many known MVPs who's doing a good job in this space. They are delivering the content, they are creating the content, and their content is very useful in our day-to-day life, or in especially in the production environment when we have to troubleshoot something, when we have to
Yes.
deliver, configure something, right? And step by step guide is very important. So when I feel that now I have enough knowledge, I am good, I have little bit time also to deliver some of my responsibilities, I started creating a content. I created a content to see how the market, how the PS are responding, and I got a very fantastic response. They are motivating a lot to create
Yes.
more contents, and thank you for that, for all the person who is watching and giving their valuable feedbacks to improve the content which I am delivering. Basically, I'm also an professional, as an professional employee, right? As an employee, I'm also doing the same thing in the production environment, and I know what are the common challenges
Yes.
we have and we might face. Like there is an upcoming change from the Microsoft side, we have to immediately take some actions. So how to configure all these things, how to deliver all these things, that all things I am aware of it, and I'm just trying to create content around that only. And whatever problems I'm facing, I'm trying to deliver, creating content so that if anyone else is also facing the same problem, they can
We can
at
help.
least understand, okay, this is the problem, how to fix that. And using this community channels, right, we can also interact with each other. Okay, I'm getting this problem, can you help me on that? So this is the way I started creating the YouTube channel, and that motivates me also now, because of people are asking more and more content. Can you create a video on this, can you create a video on this? Definitely that really inspires me a lot, because if I'm not getting any response, right, as a YouTuber, if I'm talking about, if you're not
Yes.
getting any response, it's very difficult, because I'm not creating content for myself, right? I'm creating
Correct.
content for the community. If community is not responding, if community is not appreciating, then what's the use of those content? So I'm happy
Correct.
that at least community accepting me, accepting my content, and thank you for very much for that. So I think that inspires me, that their comment, their feedback, their shares, like all this inspires me a lot to do deliver more and more content.
Okay. Yeah, so I think not only the audience appreciating your work, but also the organizations are also appreciating your work, like the way you
Yeah.
have been recognized as a Microsoft MVP. So how you look at these kind of recognition? So what does this recognition mean to you, and how it has impacted your journey so far?
Okay, so again, so becoming an Microsoft MVP is a huge milestone for me. Okay,
Correct.
and it's a very important recognition which is actually shaping my career. Okay, uh, in this entire world, I'm not sure whether you are aware of not. We have only 3,000 plus MVPs, so you can
Yes.
imagine the value, the importance of this MVP award, right? And I feel that this is the way Microsoft is appreciating me, the way the things which I am doing in technical space as well as in the community space, right? So they are saying thank you by giving this MVP award, and I'm keep doing the good work, keep doing the delivering all the content which I'm doing, keep doing all the things which I think I should do in my community space. Okay, and this recognition is also opening some possibilities for me, like as an MVP I can access the Microsoft product team, I can share my feedbacks, I can ask for some valuable information which is possibly or which is not freely available over the internet as
Mhm.
in a public forum, and I can collaborate with all the other MVPs. I can get their insights. We can have a meeting and we can talk about. Let's say I'm in Microsoft MVP for Intune field, right? There is
Yes.
a Microsoft MVP for Copilot field. I'm not aware of anything on the Copilot space. I can take help. They can also help me. I can help others in the Intune space. So this way, it's opening a door for understanding, getting more, and if you know something in advance, right? If Microsoft is introducing a new feature as an MVP, we are getting that information, right? So it's
Yes.
it's good to know in advance. Then only we can talk about in the community as well. Okay, this is the way we have to do. This is the way we have to configure and all these things.
I am also agree with this point that with this kind of recognition, we are not only we are not only appreciated for our work, but it is also providing us a platform to interact with the like-minded people. Like as we are doing
Yes.
right now, we know each other as a MVP. We both are in the same community, so we know that how
Yeah.
you are putting the efforts to provide the knowledge. So that is the
Yeah.
good the way. And obviously, like no one is doing it for just for the kind of certification, because this is not
Yes.
only related
Yeah.
to certificate. There are some passionate, they all are passionate, right, about to share something
Yes.
with the industry.
Yes.
That is the good thing about that. Okay, so Chandan, now before moving into the non-technical discussion, I just would like to ask one more question regarding one of your core expertise, that is application packaging, which is
Okay.
I believe like this kind of thing is often overlooked, but it is on the other hand it is very critical as well. So what do you think,
Yes.
like what are some of the common pitfalls you have see in this industry that and because of which the industry is avoiding, or I would say the overlooking this impact of application packaging, and how do you overcome in your work?
Hmm. Yeah. So I think this is again a great and important question for as of now in this industry because of lot of application vulnerability. And I
Yes.
would like to add in your question that it's not about application packaging. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about application patching.
Yeah.
You already have an application installed on your device,
Correct.
but vendor, their respective vendor is also going to release a new version for that application. In that case, you have to upgrade that also. And if you are not
Correct.
upgrading, then there is a loophole. That's a vulnerability you have in your machine. And the hackers, right? They are
Correct.
going to hack you. In any way, I don't know how they are going to hack you, but they will exploit those vulnerabilities. And certainly somewhere we have to fix those vulnerabilities, right? So nowadays there are a lot of tools available. Some are free tools, some are paid version of them. They are actually doing a great job to find the vulnerabilities and fix those vulnerabilities. Even nowadays, Microsoft is also doing a good job in this. We have in Intune, we have a application enterprise management, okay, where we already have some pre-published application created, some already created application, we can select and deploy those application and fix the vulnerability as soon as possible. To overcome, I would say monitoring is very important, right? You should
Yes.
know how many applications you have in your environment, and what are the new versions available for those applications, and by upgrading those applications as soon as possible, it's going to overcome your problems. Because there are two things, right? On one side, as on using the AI, we are trying to secure our environment, right? To build some
Correct.
protection using so many things, right? But on the other sides, we have the person who is trying to steal your information, right? Using these
Correct.
vulnerabilities. So, and they are also smart. They are using the AI tools to do these jobs. So
Yes.
it's very important to actually monitor your application things, application versions, and what all informations you can see from the Intune or from the console, whatever you are using, and try to fix as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. So I think now, Chandra, it's time to talk a bit about those who have helped you in your journey, because we all know that behind every successful person, there is a support of network. So for
Yeah.
you, who were those key people that helped you to stay motivated and inspired in your journey?
Okay. So as I mentioned that I learned a lot from social media, right?
Yes.
And it's not a fair to say, okay, this person only or that person is actually helped me a lot in my journey. Okay. And I first of all like to thanks each and everyone who actually creating content in the community, sharing their knowledge so that we and the upcoming talent can understand, can learn a lot from them. Okay, but if specifically if you want me to give a particular name, then I would say it's a Somesh Patak, who is also an Microsoft MVP, and he's a Mac OS technical expert, and he's also a good person. Okay, he is the one who actually nominated me for Microsoft MVP award. So I would like to say thank you to Somesh Patak from your forum, and thank you very much, Somesh, for whatever you are doing for me in this and for this community. Thank you so much. And second thing, I would also like to say thank you to my YouTube viewers and my peers who is actually motivating me, appreciating my work. Because if they are not doing that, maybe I'm somewhere stuck and I'm not able to deliver all these things.
Correct.
And last but not least, I would like to thank my family, my father, my mother, my wife, my son, my daughter, my brother, my sister, who is always with me and standing with me in all types of situations.
Yes.
Content creation is not a easy task, to be honest. Okay,
Yes.
we have to sit long, very long time. We have to do so many rounds, and then we were able to deliver 8 9 minutes video,
Correct.
right? So, and for that we have to sacrifice a lot of personal time
Right.
as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, as a content creator, I am also agree with all these points that we have to do a lot of research behind each and every
Yeah,
content.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think although like we have plenty of things that we can discuss here, but we have limited time. So, I would like to ask my last question, and this is
Mm-hmm,
related to your hobbies, because technical wise, we know all of your core expertise and the area you are contributing. But I just wanted to
mm-hmm.
know, like, what are those activities that you prefer to do when you are not in a professional time zone? So, what are your
Okay.
activities?
So outside of my work, I normally love to uh, explore new technologies. And right now, as
Okay.
I mentioned that, right, I'm exploring AI technologies,
Yes.
Copilot, because this is the time where we have to learn these technologies if we want to sustain ourselves in the environment, in this current environment, right? And I also like to listen the expert views, right, on any topic, technical topics, basically. So this will give me at least insights. There are some journals which is published where technical persons are talking about the future, right?
Mhm.
And this will also help me to understand, okay, this is the future they are predicting. Maybe I have to learn something on that aspect. I have to do
Yes.
something on that aspect. And apart from this, I'm a foodie actually. So
Okay.
I love to cook foods. Okay, when I have some free times, I'm trying to create some traditional tastes in a modern way. Okay, doing some twist and then trying to create something new out of it.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Chanda, for joining us in this episode and for sharing so much information regarding the Microsoft technologies and about your core expertise and for contributing through your YouTube channel as well. So thank you.
Thank you
It
very
was
much.
really
Thank
very
you.
nice talking with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time and support and help. Thank you.
Thank you.